Have you ever felt like your world was crumbling around you? Like the very ground beneath your feet was giving way, and all you could do was watch in terror? I want to share a story with you today. A story that might feel painfully familiar. It's about a young mother named Sarah. She had a beautiful baby boy, Leo, with eyes as bright as the summer sky. Life wasn't easy, but their tiny apartment was filled with love and laughter. It was their sanctuary, their whole world. One evening, Sarah received a call that shattered her life. Her husband, a firefighter, had been lost in a massive warehouse blaze. The news hit her like a physical blow, knocking the air from her lungs. In that single moment, her world, once so vibrant and full of promise, turned to ash. The days that followed were a blur of grief. Friends and family came and went, offering words that felt empty and hollow. How could they understand the chasm that had opened up in her heart? Her Jerusalem, the city of her peace and joy, was surrounded by an army of sorrow, despair, and crushing loneliness. She would hold little Leo, his innocent gurgles, a stark contrast to the storm raging inside her. She looked at his tiny face and saw her husband's smile. The pain was unbearable. Sometimes she'd just sit by the window, watching the world go on without her, feeling utterly alone. The future she had so carefully built with her husband was gone. It was a time of great distress, a personal day of vengeance where everything she held dear was being trampled underfoot. She felt like an exile in her own life, a captive to her grief. Every morning, the sun would rise, but for Sarah, it was just a reminder of another day to survive, another day without him. The stars at night offered no comfort, only a vast cold emptiness that mirrored her soul. The world felt chaotic. The roaring sea of her emotions threatened to drown her. She was fainting from fear, terrified of what the future held for her and her son. This profound sense of loss, this feeling that the very heavens are shaken, something Jesus spoke about 2,000 years ago in the Gospel of Luke. He warned his disciples about a time when Jerusalem would be surrounded by armies, a time of great distress and punishment. He described a world in chaos, with signs in the sun, moon, and stars, and nations in anguish. People fainting from terror at what is coming. It sounds bleak, doesn't it? It sounds like Sarah's world. A world where everything you love is taken away, and you're left standing in the ruins. Jesus' disciples must have been terrified hearing this. Their beloved city, their temple, everything they knew would be destroyed. They were told to flee, to escape with their lives. Can you imagine their fear? It's the same fear that grips us when we receive a devastating diagnosis, when we lose a job, when a relationship ends, or when we lose someone we love more than life itself. In these moments, it feels like the end of the world. Our personal Jerusalem is under siege, but listen closely, because this is where the story turns. Right in the middle of this terrifying prophecy, after describing the sun darkening and the heavens shaking, Jesus says something astonishing. He says, "At that time they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory." Imagine that, the darkest hour when all hope seems lost. A light breaks through. It's a promise not of more destruction, but of a glorious arrival. And then he says the most beautiful, most powerful words to his followers, to you and to me. When these things begin to take place, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near. Let that sink in. In the midst of your pain, your fear, your heartbreak, lift up your head. When you feel like you're about to be swallowed by the waves of sorrow, when the world is shaking and your heart is breaking, that is not the end. It is the beginning of your redemption. For the world, these signs are terror. But for us, for believers, they are a sign of hope. They are a promise that our Savior is coming. Let's go back to Sarah. Months passed. Initial shock gave way to a deep, gnawing ache. One afternoon, as she was rocking Leo to sleep, he reached up and touched her cheek, his tiny hands soft against her tear-stained skin. He looked at her with such pure, unconditional love. In that simple, profound moment, something shifted in Sarah's heart. It was as if a cloud had parted. She saw in her son not just a reminder of her loss, but a reason to live, reason to hope. She began to see that her husband's love wasn't gone. It lived on in their child. It lived on in her memory. It lived on in the strength she didn't know she had. She started to reach out to a support group for widows. She started to pray again, not with angry, desperate pleas, but with a quiet, fragile hope. Slowly, painstakingly, she began to rebuild. She was standing up. She was lifting her head. Her redemption wasn't a magical erasure of her pain. The scar would always be there. But it was the dawning realization that her story wasn't over. That even in the deepest darkness, God's light could shine. Her judgment, her time of trial, was becoming her redemption. The very thing that broke her was becoming the source of a new, more profound strength and faith. What is the Jerusalem in your life that is under siege today? Is it your health, your family, your finances, your peace of mind? Do you feel like you're surrounded with no way to escape? Do you feel the heavens shaking and your world falling apart? Jesus sees you. He knows your pain. And his message to you is not one of fear, but of incredible hope. He is telling you, lift up your head. The chaos you see, the pain you feel, is not the final word. It's a sign that your deliverance is closer than you think. The world may see disaster, but faith sees redemption. The world sees an end, but we see a new beginning. Your darkest hour is the prelude to his glorious appearing in your life. Judgment for the world becomes salvation for the faithful. Don't let the fear and the roaring of the sea overwhelm you. Stand firm. Look up. Your King is coming. He is coming with power and great glory, not to condemn you, but to save you. He is coming to turn your deepest sorrow into your greatest testimony. He is coming to redeem everything that has been lost. The promise is for you, right here, right now. Stand up and lift up your head, because your redemption is drawing near. Thank you for watching. If this message touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more reflections. You are not alone.